Okay, so hopefully this video comes out better than the other one. For some reason, the quality on my camera has just been a little funky. So I've had this for a little while now. This is the FLIPBELT Elite. I did a video comparing the FLIPBELT zipper to the Elite if you want to watch that and see what my thoughts are on the different versions. This one in particular, I've gotten the most usage out of it. As far as the durability, there is a little rip here, but I personally blame myself for this because what happened was I had the zipper kind of like this, and then I tried to jam the phone in here and it just caused it to rip. This actually belongs inside. And then, of course, every time I put a new device in, it rips a little bit more and more. But honestly, I was expecting the zipper to break way before anything like this happened. So I think if I'd been a little more careful with putting my stuff in there, this would not have been an issue. I have lost a couple of the dots on the back, but there's still hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them that I didn't even notice. I've worn it on a couple of different textured shirts. I've worn it on mesh. I've worn it on kind of silky textures like track shirts. I've also worn it on shirts like this that are a little more textured. And I've never had it sliding around on me. When you put it on, make sure you set up the front first, because if you put it on the side like this and then you try to rotate, because of how tight this is and how good these dots grip, it's very hard to rotate. So set up the front first is my number one tip. The zipper being on the side, oh my gosh, so nice. So nice. Very much worth the extra money compared to the zipper version. And then this pocket is actually really big. I love the size of it. On the side here, a little further over, you got your little clip. This clip has been so handy for my keys because this pocket here is actually really big. Like, it's bigger than the front one, I dare say. And because it doesn't have a zipper, it's not really restricted as much with the stretching. So I found that items in here, if they're not secured with this, they actually get lost. At one point I thought that I had lost my keys, and then I realized they had slid all the way to the back of the pocket. So from that point forward, I clipped them on here. This isn't quite stretchy enough that I feel like I can wear it and use it to unlock my door. I still have to take the keys off to open it. It doesn't stretch quite that far, but that's fine with me because the point of this is to not lose your keys. So this pocket has been fantastic. I could not live without this. And then it's got one more pocket. This goes on the other side. This one's pretty much the same, but it doesn't have a clip in it. So this one, you're not going to be securing things. On the website, if you look at the layout, this one seems to be designated for their customized water bottle. I did not buy the water bottle because, one, it's kind of small, and two, if I really need water and I'm going to go that far, I would probably opt for a vest because it can hold more things. So I've used this during summer, I've also used this during fall, and I've used it during winter because our winter has been so weird here in New England. We've been in like the 50s and 60s, whereas normally we're in like the 30s and 20s. So it hasn't been hot enough for me to wear a vest, which is where I normally put all of my stuff. I also got a new car and my key fob is extremely bulky, which makes it really difficult to fit everything in the regular pants pockets that I have as well. So having 3 pockets with this versus just 2 on the pants or 2 in the vest has been super helpful. I didn't anticipate using it as much as I have, and I'm very impressed with the durability. Let me show you how things fit in here. So let's put it on. Again, set up the front first, don't put it on the side. This is a medium, and honestly, I'd rather it be too tight than too loose. So we have it on now. I tried to find some items that are kind of standard size that I thought people could relate to. These are kind of older items. So, do you guys remember the iPod video? I still have mine and it still works. So, size comparison. The best way to get these in is, first of all, if you're doing a phone or anything with a screen, have the screen face outward, because if you flip it this way, the screen can get kind of wet from sweat, and also the texture inside here can just do weird things to it. So always face it outward. Start on the far left side, on your left side. Put the edge in first. Don't try to cram it in this way because that's how you're going to put too much pressure and end up ripping it like this. So put a corner in first and then slide it all the way over here. and then push it down. So you can see there's still a ton of space up here. The edge of the iPod's here. It's pushed all the way down here. You could fit 2 iPods in here, probably like 2.5 to be quite honest. If we flip it up straight, so just a comparison, put this over, it's not quite enough to cover something this tall. There's still a good centimeter that's not covered here. So vertical, too tall. This obviously fits just fine. And then for those of you who are nerds, you remember the Game Boy SP? Still have mine, still works. Need a new charger though, because I lost the charger. Let's see, what do I even have in here? Oh, Secret Agent Barbie. God, that's old. Alright, so I don't think any of you have phones this bulky, but just another comparison. This is a completely square-shaped item, so not a rectangle. Alright, so let's put it in this way. Again, almost enough. I guess you could zip over this if you really wanted to. Okay, yeah, you can, but it's a little bit tight, so an SP would fit in there. Let's rotate it. So, going downward. This is, again, pretty much a square, not quite a rectangle, so right in the center fits just fine. If I push it over to the side, it also fits fine in there. I find that when I put things on the sides and there's empty space here, they actually don't slide over. Like you would expect this to shift with all that extra space, and that's actually not what happens. So I'm very pleased with that. So that's an idea of what kind of sizes you could fit in there. So this is a thumbs up. I'm definitely going to keep using it. I'm definitely glad that I bought it. If you already have a belt that works just fine for you, I don't know if you need to go spending like 50 bucks on this. But if you don't have a belt, or you're not sure where to start, or you don't feel like going out and experimenting, the FLIPBELT Elite is a solid choice, in my opinion.